tokens can be many things students enjoy. Maybe you've got a computer in your classroom and they can earn tokens for X amount of computer time. Maybe you have, maybe you do just little tests and they can be excused from a test, excused from a day of homework. They can, listen to music, rent a movie. There's a bunch of different things and more, and there is a bunch on this. Not have to do the dishes. There is a bunch of things on the list here, but you can always come up with different things that pertain to your program. Maybe they're supposed to do chores in your program as a part of a life skill, and you can say, hey, today, if you gain 20 points, you don't have to take out the garbage. So the big thing is that you need to figure out how much these things cost. So all tokens need to be exchanged from reinforcers at a certain time. So at the beginning, it could be the end of every day, and you can have small reinforcers. Then increase it once everyone has the idea. And I'm not quite sure what level your students are at, but if you have any that are severely mentally handicapped, then you can actually give them a token, then give them a small backup reinforcer. So your backup reinforcers are whatever they find desirable. And that will, at the beginning, help them understand that earning tokens gets them something. So you can, give them a token and then give them their backup reinforcer right away. And then, in a week's time, you give them a token, nothing happens. You can give them praise, of course. And then at the second token, give them something. So you can end up, working them up to maybe 5 tokens, 10 tokens. And so they understand that having tokens gets them something. And they get a token when they're good. Depending on the age, it could be 2.5 days that you decide to trade all your tokens in. You go Monday to Friday, and you can, trade in all your tokens Wednesday at lunchtime, and then again on Friday. Or you can go a week. The reinforcers need to be priced accordingly to how many points they can possibly get in a day and how many days you have to trade them in. So if they're going to get 3 points for having their homework done, and so they could only possibly get 3 points for having their homework done every day, then if that's all they did, then you need to make sure that there's stuff over 15 points if you're doing 5 days a week. So it all depends on how many points you're going to award per good behavior. So if a movie rental is the biggest reinforcer, you have the number of points you can get is 10. Then you trade in every week, make it worth 40 points or even 45 if the students are doing very well. And then you need to decide if your program's going to have a response cost. So you need to decide if you're going to take tokens away for them having bad behavior. It also works better with non-tangible tokens. So if you're going to give them beads or poker chips, and they're supposed to, maybe they've got a box or something, or they got the string or something like that, and you go to take one of those away, they might resist that. If you have students that would resist that. So you are going to need to decide if your students are going to resist it when you put in your, if you put in your token economy. So maybe using the check marks on the piece of paper, and you just take one off your master list. And there also needs to be a clear list of unacceptable behaviors. They need to understand what bad behavior is and how many points they lose for that particular bad behavior. token economy can't go forever because it's not going to work in real life. You know, when you leave the class for the summer, or when you leave school altogether, there is going to be nobody's going to walk up to the middle of the street and say, oh, you held the car door open for that person, have a token. So you will need to fade it out. And fading it out is just, so you get 2 tokens for this. You let them do it. You praise them instead of giving them the token. And do it every second time. So give them praise 2 times, give them the token the 3rd time. And you just keep phasing it out like that. So you allow them to have a greater bunch of chances.
And if they fall back?
They fall back, go back to where they were still having success. And that might be getting a token every time that they're doing it, and then start right back at the beginning. You know? So, are there any questions?
Well, I think I'm pretty good.
You think you're good? I've got a post-test, and it's more of a review, just so you know that, just so I know that you learned something and how I did.
Do I get a token?
Do you get a token? You get a socket.
Oh.
Okay, so if you understand and you're ready to implement this, I will, where'd the pen go? There, thank you. I'm going to, on your handout, I'm going to give you my email. And just email me if it's working, email me if it's not working, just let me
So
know.
maybe we can figure something else out if
Yeah.
it's not working?
Yeah. No, and if it's working, I'd like to know that too. You know, just give me an update on what's going on, and I'll talk to your employer and let her know that, you know, you seem to understand and all that stuff, and I can, and she'll probably get me to drop in and make sure that everything's going good.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.